Well, hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Old Man in the Land of Grills. Yeah, we're doing some work. Yeah, we're doing some work on the Kettle Joe from Kamado Joe. And you're wondering, Tom, why do you got two of them there? Well, when we received the first one, we had some damage, some shipping damage. Those tabs were bent badly, and I was able to make it work, but bending them back, all the porcelain enamel came off. And there was some back and forth between me and Kamado Joe as to whether or not this was an actual claim. And in the end, they said they would send me a new bottom kettle. Now it's been, oh my gosh, it's been a while. Let's say about 4 to 6 weeks it's been, and all of a sudden I had a box show up today, and my wife was like right away, "What did you order now?" And I said, I don't know. Open the box and hey, there it is. So it's nice to know that Kamado Joe, which is I believe owned by Masterbuilt, is standing behind their product, their damaged product, and is fulfilling their warranty by replacing the bottom. Now the new one came undamaged, and you can see instead of it being orange, it is black, which I believe is honestly a better idea because you can see the orange just gets all full of kind of soot anyway, or grease or whatever, and the black won't show it as bad. So good idea there by Masterbuilt. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because if this happens to you, it's just a matter of taking parts off, putting it back on, and I did the assembly video, but what I really want to see is one of the things that I haven't told you folks about is that the lid, which is sitting up there on the garbage cart, hasn't fit so well. And I attributed some of that to the potential damage that this got during shipping. So I'm hoping with the new bottom unit that this lid will fit better. So give it just a couple look-sees along here, but the real thing is how's it going to fit? How's the new lid going to fit? Because like I said, I haven't told you folks much about it because I was attributing a lot of those issues to shipping damage. So let's get her into it. All right, there's the old one, folks. I hope you got a lot of time. That was a solid 40 minutes of just taking stuff apart, and you got to take everything. I mean, even the vent on the bottom has got to come 4 teeny tiny little screws and nuts that fortunately those puppies right there I didn't lose. And what I discovered is that whole thing is not very airtight because when I took it off, there was a fair amount of debris behind it. So this would be a good time if you're doing this to take that off and maybe put some felt, some high temperature felt in there, some thin stuff, or even if you wanted to put some RTV, the hot stuff, the red stuff, caulk in there just to seal that up a little bit better. This would be the time to do it. All right, getting that ring back on, that's the tricky part right there. I had to take that nut totally off in order to get this thing loose enough to take it off the old one. So, you know, you got to line up the hinge too. So there's two bolts. You see the holes down there. So line that one up, and then you got to get these, and then you got to get that felt gasket. You see here on the old one, you got to get the felt gasket so it fits inside that channel. And once it's inside that channel, then you can go ahead and tighten this up. It doesn't say how tight to do it, but I'm going to make it snug. And I can always adjust it when it's standing up. But I also want to ensure that these this bottom bracket for the hinge fits too. All right, about an hour and a half later, we got her back together. Everything fit. The holes lined up good. Now next is we're going to put the top on. I didn't tighten everything up. I got everything snug, especially that the top lid there, that ring, because if we have to make some adjustments to make that lid fit, that's what we're going to do. All right, folks, set it in the lower portion, the lower setting. Put the slow roller on, and I'll tell you what, I'm thinking I'm liking this, and I'm looking around, and I'm not seeing any gaps on the inside there. That's good news because before we had gaps and we had to try and adjust like crazy, and just could not get it adjusted. And I didn't really want to say anything to you folks because, like I said, this thing came damaged. So now, Masterbuilt, Kamado Joe, stood behind their product, sent me a new bottom. About an hour and a half there, folks. Taking it apart, putting it back together. But now I can't wait to cook on it because this thing seals up pretty nice now. Remember, I did put a gasket on the lid, and that I would still recommend doing that if you get one of these Kamado Joe Kettle Joes. Sorry about that. I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry. And we're gonna put this back together, get it polished up, and you'll be seeing me cooking on it soon. Hope this is helpful to you. And you know, one thing I like about this is everybody talks about warranties, and Masterbuilt, which owns Kamado Joe, gets a little bit of a bad rap, and maybe rightfully so. But as far as I'm concerned, thumbs up. They stood behind their product. They had a bad bottom. I had to argue a little bit back and forth, but in the end, they sent me a new bottom and stood behind their product. So, folks, I think that's worth mentioning. Tom Horsman at YouTube, thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.